Hi, hello, and welcome. Thank you for joining me for this new pick a card reading. If you are new to the channel, hello and welcome. For those of you subscribed, so glad you could return and join me for another reading. But thank you guys for tuning in either way. Today we are taking a look at your person's mind versus their heart. So, pretty much their thoughts versus their feelings, and kind of compare and contrast that there. So, I do have three piles for you guys to choose from. Beginning on the left, we have Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I think this is, yeah, the ukulele one, because we have a whole collection of Stitch since it was a whole box of them. We have Honey Lemon from Big Hero 6 for pile 2. Haven't seen her in a minute, so cool to see her. And another one we haven't seen in a minute is Alice in Wonderland when she gets stuck in the White Rabbit's house. That's why she's all messed up. So it's a pretty funny one. That's pile 3. So again, pile 1 is Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Pile 2 is Honey Lemon from Big Hero 6. And pile 3 is Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Timestamps in the description and comment section. I will meet you guys at your pile. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your pick a card reading. You guys are the Stitch pile. If you're new, again, welcome. My name is Sandra. I'll be your tarot reader. For those of you subscribed, as always, thank you for your support. I'm so glad you could join me for another reading. Today, we are taking a look at your person's mind versus their heart. And so basically their thoughts versus their feelings for you, and see where we come up from there. I do think I might do this as a pop-up special over on Instagram stories. So if you guys are interested in booking this, the information will be posted over there. If it's not up at the time, it probably will be later today at the time of upload. I'll be posting it, but if you're someone watching it in the future, just reach out to me. I'll work something out with you if you are interested in having this personal reading for yourself. So before we get into it, one last glance at your adorable of Stitch. All the links in the description box for more readings from me, personals, all that. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, there is a join button, $5, $10 exclusive readings, early access to readings, that sort of thing, extended readings. If you guys are interested, if not, that is cool. I am just going to be separating our cards here. I'm just trying to figure out what their thoughts and feelings are. Okay, I have it set here. So we're going to start off with their mind. So that's going to go on the left, and then we'll go with their heart on the right. And we'll do that. It's not meant to be a super long reading, but you guys know me. If you've seen my readings, I say one thing and then it turns out to be something else. So we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. If that resonates, if not, just leave it. But it really seems like their thoughts, they're kind of like taken aback by the fact that you've really opened their heart and you're making them feel things that they haven't really felt in a while, is what I'm getting here, or just that they weren't expecting to. Like it's almost giving this, I wasn't expecting to fall for you, but like somewhere along the lines, I fell for you, like, so it just feels like this person is really kind of admitting to themselves and kind of in shock, like, wow, I really care about this person, or I really love this person, is what I'm getting here with what they're thinking. And it's just shaking up their world, because it's like they're doing things and before they know it, they're thinking of you without even trying. Like, it just happens naturally. And it's kind of scaring them in a way because they're not used to it. And at the same time, they're like, well, maybe there's something here, maybe this person is more than what I thought. Maybe this person, I should really give a chance to. If you're with this person, then I really do feel like you're really capturing this person's heart and their mind, basically, because even though we are looking at their mind, it's their feelings. And that's what they're thinking about, is how they have these genuine, true feelings for you. And they just kind of came out of nowhere. So I feel like your person really didn't see it happen. I feel like it was kind of a gradual process for them. And now it's like, boom, like, wow. And it could be that something happened between the two of you that caused this to come up. And whether it's you guys in separation or you guys are together and just, something came up and they're just thinking about you more than other people and that kind of a thing, what they're used to in other relationships that they've had. So, but yeah, they're just completely caught off guard by it. So let's go ahead and add on your oracle card and see what else we get. Well, that's a pretty card. It's a joy card, and that's rejoicing in the present. I really do feel like you bring a lot of joy and happiness to this person. I think that's a big reason for why they've fallen for you is who you are, what you represent. I do think they find you very attractive, beautiful, handsome, whatever resonates for you. They are attracted to you, and I think it's just on all kinds of levels. And I think that's why they fell for you. I think this person was enamored by you, and they kind of kept up. They kept tabs on you, kept watching, spying, that sort of thing. And now it's kinda like months down the road or weeks down the road, and they're like, "Oh, shit. I really like this person," you know? And I think that's what's really surprising them with it. So, overall good with what their mind. So let's take a look at what their heart is reflecting. Alright, so we're just gonna lay this over here. Wow. We have the King of Cups over there, and we have the Queen of Cups over here. So I do feel like they see, like, you have this potential to be this partner to really complement them, to complete them in a way, don't look into it too much, with that as far as, like, "Oh, you have to be whole on your own." Like, don't get too, like, deep into it, they just feel like you would be a good partner, you're a good matchup for them, that kind of a thing. But we have the 7 of Presents and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this person feels like you really are worth investing into, like, you are someone that they should really take more time to develop this connection, to really look into it, to really build it, and get to know you better, and really just connect with you more. I mean, it really says a lot when you have the King and the Queen of Cups out here for their mind and what they're feeling. So they have the feelings, but I do feel like they see you. I mean, for some of you, it can be that they see you as a soulmate or more, depending on, what titles and labels they know, right? Everyone has their own set of labels. So we're just going to stick with the soulmate one to keep it simple. But they do feel like there's something here, there is something more, and they just feel like you're worth it. They see your worth, they see your value, and they're just feeling like, let's, let's do this. Let's dive more into this connection and see what comes up. Let's go ahead and add on your oracle card and see what else we get from them as far as from their heart. So we have be open to change. And I think this person is realizing like maybe there's some things that they need to change within themselves. Maybe this person, if they've been single for a while and they haven't been really open to love, or they're kind of closed off to love. And I feel like this person is kind of like, you know what, this person, I really do feel like they're worth my time. They're worth my energy. They're worth me trying to, you know, take this somewhere, to really push things forward with them, to get that ball rolling. And so I think your person is feeling like you are worth it, and they're being open to it. And the card says, be receptive to new experiences. Change leads to growth. And I do feel like this person just kind of feels like maybe you trigger these changes within them, you know? And it's where they're like, okay, maybe I will. I'm not trying to look into exactly, sorry, I hit the mic. Hopefully didn't pick up on the audio, but sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I'm not trying to pick up on the backstory right now. I tend to do that, or I kind of get that vibe from what's going on, right? And right now, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to keep it simple. You guys know what the whole story is. And is it where they've let you down in the past and that's why they want to change? Is this a brand new person and they just feel like, hey, I found someone and I really feel like I want to be better for them? Whatever applies. I'm not trying to go too deep into that with this reading. So you guys can fill that back up, that backstory for the reading itself. But for what I'm getting here, they're wanting to. They feel like they're very open to making those changes within themselves, feeling like they need to for some of them. And like, okay, if I really want to be with this person, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to step up. And so it does seem like they're wanting to be just more open to it. And so I didn't pull like an overall card, and I really do want to do that. So I'm going to grab some cards. I'm going to go with oracle cards, I think. Let's see. So I'm shuffling. We already got the oracle card. So I'm going to use that. I'm just shuffling. I want to do one tarot, one oracle, just summarize it, see what the overall energy is towards you, you and the connection, pretty much just to see where they're at. So, all right, there's too many cards, but you know what? I'm going to take them because they jumped out. And so let's just take it. So we have Justice and the Nine of Cups. I do feel like this person feels like if they commit to you, there's this opportunity to have this really fair and balanced relationship and the type of relationship that they've always really dreamed of and hoped for. But in the back of their mind, they're like, well, that's not really going to happen. That's not really reality. That's more of like books, Hollywood, all that made up fantasy, fairy tale kind of a thing. But I do feel like overall your person is really open to seeing like you make them happy, you fulfill them, and there's so much here that can happen. And then with justice, I'm kind of looking at the king and queen of cups again. It's that yin and that yang, that soulmate energy, feeling like you guys complement each other, it's going to work out, and feeling like there's really strong potential here. So let's I have the oracle card, and well, that says it all, right? Wow. I have not seen this oracle card in a minute. I don't remember the last time I've seen this one. This could be the one. I mean, that says everything, doesn't it? We're just gonna put it right on top there. This person feels like they could have it all with you. Overall, that's the overall energy, and knowing that you do compliment them, that things could really work out in a very, very beautiful way. And I am just like, okay, we're gonna end on a very high note, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. If you guys are interested, again, I'm gonna go ahead and do this as a pop-up special over on my Instagram stories. If you're watching it, and I may not have the pop-up special later on, but if you guys are interested in this one, let me know, reach out, just send me a message on Instagram. Let me know you're interested in this reading, and then I'll work something out with you. I'll bring it back. I pretty much know what to do, get that going. But that's where I'm going to leave your reading, pile one. Just wow, what a card. And with leaving it there, comment, like, share, subscribe. If you do subscribe, thank you. And please remember to click on the bell icon so you get notified when I post another pick a card reading. All the links in the description. If you would like to tip, buy me a coffee, there's the links also in there. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, that's also available. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, pile one. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your pick a card reading. If you guys are new to the channel, hello and welcome. My name is Sandra. I'll be your tarot reader. Glad to have you here. For those of you subscribed, thank you guys for all of your support. And I'm also glad that you could join me for another pick a card reading, or a subliminal, whatever it is you last watched. Thank you guys so much. Today we are taking a look at your person's mind versus their heart. I haven't done this one in a minute, I don't think. So it'll be very interesting to see how that turns out. And also, just before we do get started, I am going to offer this as a pop up special. So if you're interested in having more of a like personal, your energy, your person's energy coming through versus just the collective, then that'll be available. It'll be through my Instagram stories. But one last glance at your character. You guys are the Honey Lemon Pile from Big Hero 6, personal fave from the movie Love Malvo. Uh, if you guys are interested in more readings, pick cards, and all that, all the links in the description, personal readings. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, there is a join button available, and you can get early access, extended readings, exclusive readings, that sort of thing. If you're interested, if not, hey, that's cool. We are going to start off with their mind, and I'll lay that on the left, and then we'll do the feelings on the right. For those of you that have watched my readings before, you guys know I tend to do the same thing, so it's not like I'm really changing it up. All right, I got the cards separated, so let's look into what we have as far as what their mind is saying. So I'm going to lay it over here. There is so much green. Okay, but we have Gemini energy. There's strong air energy here. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini really being the strongest though, coming through. I feel like your person is kind of overwhelmed right now though. I think there's some type of a decision, something that they have to decide, that's causing a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of stress, or a little overwhelmed. They're like, what do I do? That's what I'm getting here. And it does have to do, obviously about your connection. But yeah, right now it's just kind of taking up their thoughts, and they're just kind of, it's heavy in their mind is what I'm getting. It's just heavy in their thoughts, like when something's in the back of your mind and you're trying to figure it out and you're just like, I don't know what to do. It's just kind of going back and forth and just playing out different scenarios, just all that stuff. It's really what I'm getting here as far as what they're thinking right now. Not really too much else. I'm going to go ahead and add on the Oracle card and see what we get. So we have the Cauldron. And it says synergy and healing. You know what? I'm getting this energy of, I feel like maybe there's a little bit of a rift. There's a little bit of a blockage. There's some type of an obstacle that's in the way here. And they're kind of I think there's some type of wrongdoing or something that they didn't feel like they did the best thing in the past, and now it's like, "What do I do to fix this? What?" And I think that's what they're not really figuring out. That's what they're struggling with right now mentally. They don't know how to fix it. They know that they want to correct it, it seems like, at least here, because they are thinking about it, but they don't know how to. It's just kind of where they're lost with it. And that's pretty much where their thoughts are. It's like they want to make things better, they want to improve things. I do feel like there's this desire to repair things, to mend things with you, to heal the connection. They're just overwhelmed because they feel so much pressure to do it, and they're not usually the ones who do it. I think they're usually following someone or kind of following someone's guide or suggestions. And maybe it is that your person is reaching out to other people. As I hear the plane, I feel like maybe they're traveling to other people, talking to them, hanging out with them, and just trying to figure out, hey, what do I do? How do I fix this? And that's what I'm getting with that. So that's what's in their mind. Let's take a look at what's in their heart. So I'm going to leave that over here on the right side now. And just making sure that is within here. Okay, so we have some fire energy. That's air and fire. Leo, Aries, Sag, and Sag energy being the strongest. So we have the Eight of Wands and Temperance. I do feel like this person is really wanting, there's this impulsiveness about wanting to reach out to you, communicate, to heal things. I want to say, yeah, they're just wanting to, like, I get alchemize. Alchemize is the word here. They want to fix things, they want to complete things. It's very interesting. I don't know if stars was a confirmation for some of you guys. I think it's just about completing something, figuring out something. It's kind of like the pentagram image that I'm getting here. The pentacle is what I'm getting here from your person. But I do get that they want to repair it. It's not, mm, it's impulsive, but it's not like a rush. You get what I'm saying? Like they want to do it, but at the same time, they're not rushing to do it because they know. I do feel like they're just kind of in this whatever it is that happened between the two of you, it's bothering them more than you realize, and they are wanting to repair it overall. That's pretty much the biggest message. Their feelings and their thoughts, it's surrounding whatever the situation is, or if they haven't really made a move just yet, this is what they're pushing for. Like if they're pushing for reconciliation, if they're pushing for union, reunion, whatever, just maybe you guys had a bad riff, that kind of a thing. This person is really wanting to, get to that point. It's just the question that they can't answer right now is like how. So again, it's that impulsiveness that they want to, but it's not an urgency. There we go. So impulsive, but not urgency is the energy. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. I just give you guys what I get. The oracle card here, we have rest. Listen to your body mentally and physically unwind. Yeah, they're just kind of like they want to do so much and yet they don't know how. It's like, one of those times where you're like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. And then eventually you're just like, yeah, I didn't do nothing. Like you have this long to do list and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And then you just, it doesn't happen. It's kind of giving that energy right now because your person is so overwhelmed. They don't know what to tackle first. They don't know how to approach this. They don't know how to fix it. And depending, again, if it's a situation that you guys had or if it's about either way it's the same thing, right? If you guys had an issue in reconciliation and fixing it, repair, it's all coming down to the same thing. But your person wants to, and yet they're just like, I don't know how. I don't know what to do. They're lost. They're confused about it. And so they just end up kind of getting lost in their thoughts. And I kind of feel like that Four of Swords energy is actually the strongest energy that they are in, that they just don't know what to do. They know what they want, but how to execute it is the issue here. So I was telling Pile One, I didn't do an overall like combined energy. So I'm going to do that for you guys right now. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to do that for a second and I'll be right back. It won't matter. You guys won't even know. So when I shuffled for Pile One, I had two jumpers come out and I'm kind of hoping that's the same thing that'll happen. But if not, I'm just going to cut the deck because I don't want to be shuffling for a while and that could happen, and that's why I don't shuffle on screen, just because I don't want to waste your guys' time. My readings are already pretty long enough. Yeah, they could be longer, but okay, there we go. We got a jumper. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, so we're not looking at the gender, it's just the energy overall and what they're feeling. They feel like you know what you want, you know what you deserve. You're standing in your power to them and you're not afraid to roast them, is what I'm getting here. So it's kind of like they see you as this very playful energy, but at the same time, they know that if they make the wrong move, that you're just going to roast them and make a joke out of them. So I feel like for most of them, that's why they're stressing out because they feel like they don't want to be a victim of that when it comes to you. If I mean, that's what I'm getting, and they feel like you're very confident in that sort of a thing too. So they know that they have to at least match your confidence and be confident about what they're presenting and what they're saying because you already know you're not leaving like any room for doubt, right? You already know what your standards are, what your boundaries are, all this stuff. But for them, it's like if they're kind of like unsure about something, that's where you're going to call them out. Like if they just one wrong move you're just gonna like pounce on them, that kind of a thing, and not in a good way, is what they're fearful. So they feel like overall you're in this energy of being your divine royal self. There we go. And so there's no room for play. And I think that's what's kind of giving that anxiety to them because they know you know what you want and what you deserve. And if they don't bring that, then they might as well not even try. You get what I'm saying? So that's the tarot card. The oracle card, though, is saying, make the effort. I mean, I think I'm pretty much right. Like, that's what they want. Like, they want to fix things, they want to move things forward, they want to reconcile all that stuff that we've been talking about. And it says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And so the problem is, they want to make the effort, right? So they're at step one, they're right here. But the steps, they don't know, and that's where that execution is coming through. And what makes it harder for them is the fact that they struggle with what to do. What steps do I take? What do I say? How do I avoid this Queen of Wands chewing me out? That kind of a thing. But yet, at the end of the day, they see you as being worth it, and they are very attracted to you. Queen of Wands, that's the sexiest queen to me, and she's just everything. She's got that fire, that passion, that, she's that flirtatious type of energy, and she's very confident, and she's got, a little bit of sass too, and she will let you know. So that's what is coming through your person overall. And whether it's, again, not on the gender, but it's just the energy of the Queen of Wands embodying it. And they see you in that kind of an energy and that sass and everything. And knowing you're in your power. And so I think that's where the attraction is. But overall, it is where they want to work things out, make things happen. Their thoughts, their mind, and their heart are in alignment. And even the overall, I mean, it's pretty much syncing up to what we're saying here. But it's just them figuring it out. So that's where they're kind of lost. They're in that Four of Swords energy. And that is where I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading. Again, I'm going to offer this as a pop up special. So if you would like to have a more personal type of reading versus a collective reading, then, that's what the personals are for, you guys. If something doesn't resonate or something is off, personal readings is going to pick up on your energy, your person's energy versus the whole collective. That's how it works. That's how it is. That's how it goes. So that's just something to keep in mind if you guys are interested in that. But comment, like, share, subscribe. If you do subscribe, thank you. And please remember to click on the bell icon so you get notified when I post another pick a card reading. Again, all the links are in the description. If you'd like to become a member, there is a join button. The reading itself, is going to be offered over on Instagram stories if you're interested. And if it's after the fact, just message me, let me know, and we'll work something out. But thank you, Pile 2. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading. If you are new to the channel, hello and welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sandra. I'll be your tarot reader. For those of you subscribed, as always, thank you guys for your support. I'm so glad that you could join me for another pick a card reading or subliminal or, what lies beneath, whatever it is. Thank you. Or members only. Thank you guys. Thank you for the new ones, especially. I got lost in my train of thought before we get started. I am going to be offering this as a pop up special over on my Instagram stories. So if you would like to have this tailored to you and your person, message me over there. Let me know you want to book the pop up special. We'll work it out. I'm going to get that created. I don't have like, the usual ad here. So I'm going to do that afterwards, get working on that. But if you guys are interested, that's what I'm going to do, but nothing else. So today's pick a card reading, we are taking a look at your person's mind versus their hearts or their thoughts versus their feelings. You guys are the Alice pile, when she's stuck in the White Rabbit's house. One last glance at her. And if you guys are interested in more pick cards, personals, all that stuff, all the links are in the description. I've been offering more stuff on my Instagram stories. Now that I'm back, I had a week off, my daughter's birthday. And so that's why there wasn't a reading not yesterday, last week, and the week before. Just today worked out. Sorry, but yeah, I will be having more of those. So we're gonna start off with what their thoughts are. That's gonna be on the left. Their feelings, their heart is gonna be on the right. If you guys already seen my videos in the past, you tend to know I don't tend to get too far off. I tend to stick to the same routine when it comes to it, right? All the links in the description. Become a member. The join button's available if you guys are interested in that. If not, that's fine. It's just another offering. And thank you guys that are members, whether here or on Instagram. I appreciate you guys a lot. So what do we have? We have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords. This person is watching you. This person is thinking about you. I think like they're trying to figure something out about what to do next or what you're up to. Is there someone else? Are you single? Are you like still mad at them? I feel like this person is watching you to get answers about something. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be different things. Once we get more into the reading, then we'll really tap into it. But I do feel like this person is just mesmerized by you and captivated by you. And I mean, we have the Queen of Wands and she's flying on a broom, right? So I think like it's one of those things like a train wreck, you just can't help but watch, right? And I'm not calling you guys a train wreck, so please don't think that unless you identify with that, then hey, cool. But I'm not trying to refer to you guys that way. But it's something where they can't help but look away. Like they're just so captivated by you, and it's just they're constantly watching. But I do feel like there's a legitimate reason besides that, like, there's, what's the word? Oh, a motive, for why they're doing it. It's not just to keep up with you and to see what you're doing, what you're posting and everything like that. I do feel like they're trying to get some type of an answer is what I'm getting here. I'm gonna go ahead and add on the oracle card and see what else we get. We have the skeleton and strength. For some of you, it is where you have a strong persona or you're very strong with your opinions or what you have to say, or there's just like your presence, like when you walk into the room and people just look at you, it's kind of that kind of a thing. And I think that's part of the reason they're just thinking about you. Like they're just like, I think they're trying to figure you out in a way too. And is it like, would this person really give me a chance? Would they, you know, open their heart to me, open that gate, the door, to let me in, kind of a thing? But also, I think this person is kind of comparing themselves to you and seeing that they're not on the same like league, like out of my league kind of an energy. Because we do have a queen. You're the person who's showing up as a queen regardless of gender. So if you're, one of my guys, then it's just the energy that we're looking at. Don't worry. And they're showing up as a page. I mean, you have page and then you have your knight right before. So there's that gap. And I think this person is kind of intimidated, but yet it's like they want you. They're attracted to you. They want more of you. And yet they're just like it's like going to public school and like private school. I don't know why that came up, and I don't know whose like analogy that's for. But it's kind of like that. I don't know. That's the analogy that came up. So please forgive me. I'm not trying to be like, yeah. That's just that's what came to me. But this person is wanting more, and it's kind of like, how do I get to that? And I think this person doesn't really know, and I think they see your strength too, and they're just trying to figure you out, like, how, where do you get that from? And I think this person is just I think they might learn from you, or there's just things that they wish they could experience with you. There's just a lot. I feel like there's a lot of respect and admiration, honestly, and desire. So let's get to their heart. I'm going to put that on the right side and lay these out. Oh, I think that's the second tower for today. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just trying to look right now. Sorry. Yeah, that's the second tower. I think this person is feeling like they want to make a move and they want to surprise you and they want to do it unexpectedly. I think this person really wants to catch you off guard, honestly, is what I'm getting here. I think this person is like, it's not about knocking you off your high horse or anything. I think it's kind of just like you're doing your own thing and they see you standing in your power and you're being very confident and aware of who you are and what you do and all that kind of a thing. Your confidence, your charisma, that charm that you have. And what they wanna do is they wanna surprise you, and I think they kinda wanna leave you speechless because I think there's been plenty of time where you've done or said something that really caught them off guard, and not in a bad way, but really surprised them, and, like, I feel like because the Page of Swords is like a learning energy too, and I feel like it's learning about you, but then they're learning about themselves in the process. Very complicated, to explain it, I guess I don't know, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So with this, it's more about like, I'm gonna knock you down a little bit, not to kinda, like, make you that I don't know, like, that giddy kind of, like, cute, in a way, I don't know. Like, there's just I think it's about softening your charisma or your confidence a little bit and really bringing you into this sweet and, like, cute, loving kind of an energy. I don't know, that's just what I'm getting. Just that I don't know, that's what I'm getting. But the desire is just to surprise you and catch you off guard, and I think it's just, them wanting to make this offer to you, and I really do feel like this offer, it's not like, "Oh, this big show off, kind of extravagant kind of a thing." But I do think it has a lot of significance, a lot of meaning. And maybe that's what they're trying to spy on you for, because I think like this person is trying to figure you out. What do you like? What don't you like? What are your likes or dislikes? What would make you happy? What things make you smile? What have you been like talking about or sharing and that kind of a thing? And so this person is kind of doing this self discovery about you. And so this Ace of Presents, I think it's going to have some type of a sentimental value, or it's going to be something that you connect with and you're like be like, "Oh shit, how did you even know that?" And it's going to catch you off guard. I think that's what it is. It's that shock value. That's what they're going for. They're going for the shock value. And because they really want to captivate you in the same way that you've captivated them. And so I do feel like it's kind of sweet, you know? I think this person, even though they see you out of their league, at the same time, they're like, but I want to be with you. Like, I want to try this. And I told one of the other pilots, I'm like, I'm not trying to really look into past situation. I'm just trying to go with the energy right now. So take whatever resonates, and I'm not trying to do the whole story right now. I'm just focusing on right now, the energy as I'm doing the reading. So if it kind of feels off, then, maybe pick another pile, but that's just what I'm getting for this. So now what we're going to do is add our oracle card and add on here. Isn't I'm just like um self-awareness, like learning. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Wow. I'm sorry. It never gets old as a reader when you're talking about something going on, and then you're just like, boom, thank you, confirmation. It says tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. I think this person, I'm going back, like I'm getting two different things with it, of course. Usually that's how it works with me when I'm reading the cards. What I was getting more about questioning routines and patterns, like recognizing who you are, that self discovery, and I feel like we can tie that into self awareness, being aware of who you are as a person, connecting and learning what you like, what you don't like, that kind of a thing that I've been talking about. And just figuring you out in a way without really being super, super close to you. Now, if you really are close with this person, then they're doing this behind your back, not in a bad way. But if this is someone you haven't really been in communication with, haven't really talked to, then behind your back, yeah, this is what they're doing. And it's cute in a way. Like it's cute and sweet because they're making all this effort without you even knowing it. And until they come through with whatever this sentimental gift, maybe it's a poem, maybe it's a song, maybe if that's up your alley, maybe that's kind of what it is. It's just sweet that they're going to that length to impress you, to do their homework and then show up with their final project. That's what I'm getting here. And then the other thing too that I was getting with self-awareness, I think that was what I was talking about before, was about how you really make them question certain things and how they're learning from you. That's what it is. And I feel like you're kind of bettering this person without even knowing that you are. So I really do feel like this person is inspired by you and captivated by you and wanting you. And I think it's because of so many different reasons that we're tapping into right now. So it's very, very sweet. I didn't shuffle the overall energy because I didn't think about it. I was just like mind versus heart cards. Okay, this side, that side, and I'm gonna do overall energy. So I'm gonna start shuffling. I'm gonna get your oracle cards and a tarot card. So I'll be right back. It won't be. It'll just be a second for you guys. So I shuffled. I have your oracle card. I'm doing the tarot now, and I'm hoping I get a jumper because I did for the other two piles. But if not, I'll cut the deck. This is why I don't shuffle on screen because it takes me forever. I don't have a rule about jumpers, to be honest. It doesn't matter. All right, let's cut it. What is pile three's person's overall? Oh no, okay, cool. See, we got a jumper right as I was about to give up. Yep, here we go. The Six of Cups. What a beautiful card. This is all about coming into union, celebration. This is about you receiving gifts. So I do feel like this person wants to come, to be with you, whether you guys are in separation and it is about reunion, reconciliation, or this is someone new and they want to be into union with you. But either way, with the Six of Cups too, I do feel like, yeah, they want to spoil you. They really want to show you. And I do feel like they feel like, yeah, you're maybe more advanced, maybe emotionally or mentally or something, but or maybe just out of their league, but they're not letting that stop them. And so that's a big thing because so many times, how many times have we said in readings like, "Oh, you're out of their league, so they're not going to try. They're afraid of rejection and all that." And I feel like your person's like, "No, I really want to do this." So I do feel like your person, I think that's why they're studying you so much because they want to show you how serious they are about you and so that you will accept their offer once they do come through. But yeah, this card is about that reconciliation and spoiling you, reunion, union, whichever applies here. Was there anything else? For some of you, I think this person does feel like there's possibly something more here. And yeah, for some of you, they do feel like you are their soulmate that is coming through, or there's just something about you that just feels so familiar. And for a lot of you, it could be that this is a past life soulmate. And that's why those ties, those connections, are just, when you just look at someone like there's something about them, and that's kind of what I'm getting from your person. The Oracle card, we have, okay, okay, forgiving and learning. And that says a lot. So for some of you, this, obviously, with forgiving and learning, this is about their past and what they've done. And for most of you, this is probably about reconciliation, right? For others of you, it could be just that they're learning about themselves, they're learning about you. And I think they're wanting to move on from their past and what they've experienced. And I feel like because they sense that there's something special with you, that they're willing to put in this effort, that they're trying to do this. And for some of you, it might be like really things didn't take off in a way. And you kind of gave up on them. You didn't really think, okay, nothing's really going to happen. And I think this person in the past probably wasn't ready. And now mentally, emotionally, they are. And so they're learning and they're hoping, maybe you'll forgive them for not doing that. I don't know how serious that part is for those of you that resonate with that. The card does say, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So I think this person, they've had to maybe probably forgive themselves. And I think they had to forgive themselves in order to move forward. And I think because going back to the out of the league thing, gosh, I'm going out of topic, extending it more here. I think they're forgiving themselves for, maybe not being in the same place as you or not seeing themselves in the same way as you. But I do feel like this person is learning to forgive themselves and take a chance and not let their fears get in the way. And maybe that's what it was in the past. Maybe in the past, this person let their fears get in the way. So they didn't make a move. And now they're like, okay, there's a lot to forgive and learn. So I'm just giving you guys what I'm getting. That's just it, right? So, and that's where I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading. Overall, this person is really wanting to take a serious move towards you guys and move things forward. And that's, yeah, that's going to leave it there. If you guys, again, are interested in your own personal, their mind versus heart reading, then I'm going to be posting that over on Instagram stories. If you're watching this, months down the road, just message me, let me know. You watch the video, we'll work something out for you. And but comment, like, share, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, thank you. And please remember to click on the bell icon so you get notified when I post another pick a card reading. Thank you guys for all of your support. If you'd like to become a member, there's a join button. If not, that's cool. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye, Patrick.